up in one basket, told them be smart, we ain't equally yoked. They can't speak to the watch them go weaker than knees, hello. They always wanna catch up and reason, but the peas is the reason that I won't. How you get the least if you've been through the most? It beats me, I suppose. Yo, I said they were coming for us, but that ain't make me no difference. Said they got something for nuts, but that ain't your ego, is it? Yo, thought I was coming one up, but I got my people clicking. Yeah, I can see yo, so ego driven. But I'm just a real G, I suppose. Tell the man put it on me, I suppose. The envy, I suppose. Cause the girls get friendly, I suppose. But I'm just a real G, I suppose. Do it all for the family, I suppose. But we'll see how it goes. Hope I can stop maybe, but
and
I won't.
She see the G in me, I suppose. And I know she wanna serve me, I suppose. I've been trying to make it get so long. Why the I'm feeling like this? They don't wanna see me win, I suppose. But no matter what I won't quit. I've been going through motions, trying to make it home. Through these ups and downs, trying to right my wrongs. I still think about them days I was losing hope. It's driving slow, supercharged Range Rover, fighting gleam.
Everybody walk around, speed it up, walk around, slow it down, walk around, slide, walk around, everybody walk around. Yeah, I got my hand on the button. If I press the button, I turn everything into nothing. They'll talk behind your back and in your face to be frontin'. I be with the team, we gon' score way over 100. Yeah, I'm the only one to count this money. You can't give me nothing and you can't take nothing from me. Got a girl to shake something for me. When she to the ground, you gon' have to walk around. Walk, walk, yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Yeah, you know the name of the game. You ain't gotta like me, but you gotta pay me the same. We're down in resort, see me up on the stage. I done did it before, I'm about to do it again. Whoa, I hit my two-step, then whoa. Counting blue strips like whoa. Girl, you got some.
Power DF, welcome to NBA 2K TV. We are so excited to have you on, and I must say that you dressed to impress. How are you feeling today on the show for the first time?
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here. When I started content, I used to tell everyone that a lot of people had subscriber goals. I had 2 goals that I really wanted to do. Number 1, I just really wanted a crowd around my park. I was like, that'd be so cool. And number 2, is I wanted to be on 2K TV. So like, this is actually like, it's a dream come true. I get to see myself.
Basketball fans, please welcome the starting lineup for your Toronto Raptors. At the point guard position, standing 6'2", number 5, Emmanuel. Starting at the other guard, at 6'6", number 1, Brady Gill. This is the big man in the middle, at 7 feet tall, number 19, Jakob Poeltl. At the small forward position, at 6'6", number 9, Arthur Bennett. At 6'8" forward, number 4, Scotty Barnes. The head coach of your home team. These are your Toronto Raptors!
Thanks for joining 2K Sports for NBA action this Sunday afternoon. And tonight we've got the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Toronto Raptors at Scotia Bank Arena. Hi everyone, I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Ali LaForce and the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for the Raptors, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Poeltl in at the center position. You know, in game 2 of a back-to-back, just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, BA, proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
And it's the Bucks to start out. Lillard passes to Lopez. Driving inside. And it's Toronto with a rebound. It's Barnes on the wing. Antetokounmpo covering. Back to Barnes. The 3. Rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Tipped away. Barrett with it. Jackson in his pocket. Barrett can't hit. Middleton looking around. Buries it down low.
Boy, I like the finesse and the focus that Middleton plays with. I mean, that's part of what allows him to finish off these tough hoops.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Ali LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Barnes, it's good.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Now here's Lillard. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Here's Middleton. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The Bucks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Dick. Antetokounmpo. Bam!
And Antetokounmpo showing his versatility yet again. His dribble moves are virtually unguardable.
Quickly passes to Barrett. Back to Quickly. Here's Barnes. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Lillard, the open look. Here's Antetokounmpo. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Giannis just doesn't stop working. Plays with great energy at both ends. Excellent work on the boards there.
Quickly against Lillard. Quickly passes to Barrett. Quickly outside. Now Barnes. Over Antetokounmpo. And again, Toronto, no good.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Lillard against Quickly. From the top of the key, and that one good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Toronto calls time here. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
And last time against this team, they struggled with foul trouble. It led to an ugly loss.
The foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Prince finds Trent. Rebound by the Raptors. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that. You're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Milwaukee leading by 9. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses the layup. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from deep. Pass to Dick. From outside the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Prince, the pass to Trent. Offensive rebound. And so here is Toronto. Here's Mobo. Misses the jumper from the wing.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
And Clark, Bobby Portis has really become a fan favorite around the league.
He sure has. He's one of my favorites. I mean, everybody loves Bobby Buckets, and I think it's because he's got a blue-collar style and mentality. He's not a guy that was super highly touted coming into the league. And he brings great energy, passion, and tenacity, and he produces.
Prince can't hit. Raptors trail by 12. Pass to Mitchell from the arc. Rebounded by Trent. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 17-5 run. Here's Prince. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Mitchell. He's scoreless. Drains the triple.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Trent with room to shoot. Bobo with a rebound.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's Barrett. And the layup falls.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
There's the three. Mobo with a rebound. Mobo's got 4 rebounds now. Left side Dick. Over Trent. Comes up empty from the left block. Just a big-time effort for Damian Lillard, providing a lot of energy for Milwaukee. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Bruce Brown is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. And it's Abaji in at the small forward position. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, Giannis wants to get a few steps closer, but he's worked really hard to make this mid-range shot more consistent. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That'll be a second foul of the game.
It's the second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
On defense, the Raptors. 8-point game. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
The Bucks leading by 8. Clark, one thing to note when you play the Bucks, they don't give up many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. Against Milwaukee, your first shot in each possession is probably and likely going to be your last shot. Some teams don't even try for second chance opportunities against the Bucks. They're such a strong defensive rebounding team. Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Connaughton, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Here's Abaji. No points so far.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers experienced with star-laden rosters. He said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Timeout called, the Raptors. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Barnes, coming off a terrific game against Atlanta.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it.
Second in opponent field goal percentage. And they're in the top 10 for field goal percentage. They pick their shots well and do a good job not forcing things on that end.
And about their three-point shooting, it's the consistency that strikes me. They're not ranked number 2 in the league because they're streaky. Now here's Barnes. 5 points in the game. Can they get it? And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And the Bucks making a change here. Jackson is checked in. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Again, the miss by Barnes.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Jackson with room to fire. They get the rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 19. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Hey, from beyond the arc. Hauled in by Brown. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Lets a three fly. And again, Toronto no good. The Bucks leading by 19. Middleton from the outside sinks the tray. Middleton's got 7.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
And Toronto calls time here. After his rookie year, Clark, Chris Middleton got traded to Milwaukee.
Well, there were no ripples when this trade happened, B.A. No earth-shaking or anything like that, but it was major for the Bucks and Chris Middleton. He's been a multi-time All-Star, and he also was huge in that championship run in 21 for the Bucks.
Now here's Trent. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Pass to Olynyk. Shoots over Portis. And again, Toronto no good.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Toronto has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Here's Barrett. No good, and they can't put it into the drought. Well, the Bucks shooting 56% for the second quarter. Rebound by Olynyk. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Here's Mobo. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Milwaukee leading by 22. Middleton passes to Portis. To the inside. And then Portis with the dunk.
Hey, I feel bad for those rims because Portis has no mercy on them, throwing it down with force.
Mobo can't hit.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Jackson. Still no points. Here's Trent. And rejected. Fires the 3. Portis, the pass to Prince. And finally, they hit one. Prince has got his second bucket of the night. And here's Mitchell. The 3, Barrett. That shot, no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Milwaukee out front, delivering the blowout. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, thank you, guys. Doc Rivers here with us now. Coach, you're ahead at the half. What was the difference?
We got stops. We were out running a little bit. And then we had great spacing against the zone. You know, listen, we started making shots. That always helps.
It sure does. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points, 2 block shots, and 7 rebounds. So far, And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, but his blocks tell only part of the story. His presence alone is making an impact on defense.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. As always, it's Middleton and Giannis at the forward spot. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Lopez in at the 5.
When it comes to stuffing the stat sheet, Antetokounmpo does it very well in just about every category. But his greatest strength is he's a dominant scorer.
Outside Dick, the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here's Milwaukee now. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. Middleton outside. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, Middleton is really dangerous on the drive. He often gets to the rim in a heartbeat and forces defenders to end up fouling him.
Both free throws good from Middleton. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Pass to Barnes. From behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 10.
Don't see that a ton from Barnes. I mean, he's showing he can really get rid of it.
Middleton finds Jackson. Driving to the basket. Antetokounmpo outside. Back to Jackson. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Pirtle, the pass to Dick. It's Barnes on the wing. Three-pointer, no good.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Here's Lillard. Here's Antetokounmpo. Misses the baby hook.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots. But I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Dick, the pass to Pirtle. And here's Barnes. Barnes can't get that one to fall.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Pass to Lopez. Count the basket. Lopez has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by the Bucks. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Middleton, guarded by Barrett. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. The Raptors have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Looking to get it going. Basket counts. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, kept his feet moving and found a window. Barnes doesn't need much room to operate.
Quickly against Lillard. Over quickly. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Toronto's gone just 1 of 6 from long distance here in the third. The shots just aren't falling. Well, Clark, Lillard's scoring isn't what it once was, but he's still a major threat from outside.
He sure is. I tell you what, he's got such great range and such command of the ball in his body. He can get the shot he wants more times than not. And he's actually gotten better, I think, when he's working off the ball. You still have to be very much aware of where Damian Lillard is when he's on the court.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. The three from Barnes. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got double digits.
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Now here is Pirtle. Quickly the pass to Pirtle. And here's Barnes for 3. Hangs on the trifecta.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Giannis kicks to Jackson. To the middle. And Lopez throws it down.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against Atlanta. Passes to Middleton. Over Barrett. And too long on the shot. Barnes looking around. Beyond the arc. Barnes with another miss. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Middleton against Quickly. Good work there as it goes.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Here's Giannis, following the score by Jakob Poeltl. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Now talking about Damian Lillard, coach admitted they're zoned in with slowing him down. Coach said we know how dangerous he can be. And we're prepared to mix it up and throw different defenders at him if possible. We don't want him to find his comfort zone. A difficult strategy to pull off. Guys?
Thank you, David. Lillard finds Jackson. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Giannis.
Known for his scoring, there, Lillard with a fantastic pass in that screen and roll.
Kick passes to Barnes. Fires for 3. No good. Shot missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Raptors trail by 7. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And that one is good.
Well, despite pretty good contest on the interior, R.J. Barrett doesn't back down and makes it look easy.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Barnes on him. Lillard misses. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Milwaukee leading by 5. And they double up Giannis. Quickly against Lillard. Up and in on the wing.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis is checked in for Lopez. Taurean Prince comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Green in for Jackson. There's Green with the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And really yet to put together any kind of rhythm from long range.
And it's good off the back rim and in.
Oh, the scoring ability of Gary Trent Jr. makes it difficult on defenders to guard against that mid-range. My goodness, that was sweet.
Abaji can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Brown dishes to Olynyk. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. 5th, the Raptors.
And contrary to what we see from other teams, this squad has no interest in playing strictly as individuals. Their assist numbers